It was so helpful. So thank you.
Yeah. How was for you, Erika? How
Okay.
was it?
Okay. This is the final encounter. Um, thank you for this. Um, I hope in my final exam that is for the last day in the morning, all, all can be very well. It's with you, my exam.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're gonna do good. The idea is to practice, just as I said to you before. But you have been doing great. And also, I have seen your improvement all the way. Yeah, you have learned a lot. And also, this helps us to practice because sometimes we don't have this environment, this space to talk in English. They're in our, they're back home. Maybe you don't have someone you can practice with. Maybe you do. But I mean, to have something like mandatory that it is like an obligation for you to come, that also will take you into another level. Let's say it that way. This is mandatory. Of course I know maybe at the beginning you were like, oh no, I don't want to do this. Why encounter? Why having sessions alive? But then throughout the encounters, you will be able to realize that this was for your own good and that you have learned a lot. So that was the this idea of the English conversation course. And yes, the idea is that you can practice because remember that in order to get the degree, you will have to work for having a level in English. So that's important also to practice. And many of you will have your graduation soon, 1 year or maybe 1/4 of the year. But the idea is that you will be able to cope with when you will be there teaching others. So that's the idea. So we have been practicing a lot. I think Judith is not gonna come, so we're gonna get started. Okay. So we sent you. First, I'm so glad to hear that this encounters have helped you a lot to practice. And yeah, we're looking at the International English Language Testing System, which is IELTS part. We're going to part 3, right? And also, the idea here is that you will recognize the importance of preparing for the IELTS oral examination. Okay, so we sent you uh, a week in advance, I guess, and it was about IELTS part 3. So I want you to tell me something about the video. It was again an interview, but from the interview you can get several principles. So you can get a high score when you be there when you take the exam. Okay. So tell me something about the video. What was in the video? How it was for you? What did you get from the video? So Erika, let's start with you. Tell us something about the video.
Okay. In the last class, I got confused and I talked to him about this last part. Um,
Yeah.
uh, the example is to obtain the highest rating, and there give us some tips like listening careful to the questions, take some time, uh, but don't rush, um, to win time, uh, with phrases like let me think about this, um, give complete and clear answers, um, to have a good vocabulary and grammar, um, and many practice to improve.
Okay. Diana, tell me something about the video.
Well, the video is related to the second part, so they have a similar, well, they're related. So the well, about the interview, the questions are not so common. So you need to think before to ask because are question about celebration, for example, in this case, and even for a native person, you need to think about your answer. So if I if I remember well, so he made three questions about the topic. The topic was celebration, celebration. So at the end of the video, so he give us some advices in order to get a high score. So one of them is listen to carefully what the questions are. The second was give complete answers and take the time to ask. So using words like let me think about it, or well, this is a difficult question. Let me think and then ask. So something like that that gives you time to, in order to ask in the best way. So don't rush. Try to ask with details and logical way. And give, for example, if you say if your answer is about a schedule, it was in that case, you need to answer that okay, the problem in celebration is a schedule, so why? So you need to give some arguments about your answer, something like that. So yeah, it's about
Okay,
it.
that's good. That was so good. So remember, just as Diana said, complete answers. Remember that is important. Okay, don't be too short, sorry. You have to provide a complete answer. That's important. Also, don't rush. Don't rush means that you don't have to be like fast, like or trying to go just like lightly, just in the surface of the question. I mean, you have time, so also buy time. Okay, what doesn't mean? Just as Diana said, there will be some questions that will be uncommon, unusual questions, and therefore for native speakers it will be also hard to answer, not because of the language but because of the content of the question. You will have to answer in a way that will be logical, right? So then if the question is, let's say, an unusual question just about, I think I gave you a question, Diana, last encounter about job, and it was so weird, right, yeah, then you are able to buy some time. What does it mean by buying time? It means that you can say, let's say, well, that's an interesting question, I've never thought about it, give me a moment to think. That is buying time for you, and something will come to mind. Believe me, something will come to mind. So you don't have to start right away. Just if the question is too hard, you don't have to go just at once, like answering the question. But you can take your time. I mean, second, don't take a minute or 30 seconds or 20. That would be too much. But you say, okay, wow, that's an interesting question. Okay, that's an unusual question. Let me think about it. Okay, give me some seconds. And then something will come to your mind, and then you will be able to express, and then something, I mean, you have the English that you need, that it takes, so that's okay. You will be able to talk, okay? So that's important. Buy some time, okay? You can say, well, I never thought about it. Let me yeah, let me think a little bit. Okay. Also, provide some details. That's important. Complete answers. That's important, and as well, give some reasons. Just Diana said. That is going to be important if you want to get a really good score, and you need it. I mean, it is the last activity for the course, English conversation. So the final exam. So it will be important for you to have a good score, because it will show that you have learned throughout the way that we are being here in this encounter and in the course in general. Okay, so that's important. Just repeating what you said, just affirming saying in other words the same things that you said before, but that is important to have like in mind. Okay, so something important. He didn't say it, but I will add something here, and it is be relaxed. Okay, okay, don't be like a robot. Be right. So open posture will help you a lot. You don't have to be like with your arms crossed. Just be open, and also yeah, you don't need to rush. Just like Diana said. Okay, so be relaxed because if you're nervous, I mean you can be nervous, but if you're like a robot, then it will work that well. Okay, so just be you, be yourself. Sorry, and it will go well for you. I mean, Erika has good English and Diana as well. So you just need to be relaxed, have confident, be confident in yourself, and then just I mean speak. So the idea for this encounter is that we're gonna practice part three, okay? Just before you will face the real exam for the 80 points in the course. So I wouldn't share my screen with you, but I want you, let me ask you something. Do you remember the length for part three? Can someone of you can you tell me how, yeah, how many minutes would you have for this part three? Do you remember? Would you have 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes? Sorry, Erika. Sorry, Erika. What do you say?
We have 1 minute to prepare the topic. Uh,
Okay. No, but
but
yeah, but that's part.
okay,
Yeah. What about part three? We are in part three. Tell me.
okay.
Do you know? Do you remember?
No.
I
That's
guess
okay.
that
Okay, that's okay.
time, not not a limited time. If I don't remember that they said 4 minutes or 3 minutes. I don't know. It's without an unlimited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is no. It is going to be 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, it is going to be something like that. So you just gotta be ready there. There will be a lot of questions. I mean, not a lot of questions, but just like you saw in the video, just like you watched in the video, kind of the same. Okay, same procedure, just like that is going to be. Okay, so right. So let us practice. Okay. So remember, I tell you this always. I have a chronometer here with me. Let me just have my chronometer. Okay. So I want to practice first with you, Diana. Let me just I'm just scrolling here my computer so that I can get specific questions. Okay, let's practice a little bit, right? So Diana, thank you so much for coming. This is part three of the IELTS. This is something that the examiner will tell you. Okay. So this part three, the IELTS. So I want you to talk a little bit about studying. Okay, we're going to talk about studies. So what career or subject are you studying?
I'm studying English as a foreign languages.
Okay, good. What is it all about?
What is what? Excuse me.
What is it about?
What is
Can you
about this
describe?
career?
Yeah,
Okay, this
your
career is
career.
okay. This career is focused in teaching. I mean, it's a degree, so you're gonna. The main idea is that you take your knowledge in order to learn English, and then if you learn English, apply it in so many areas. The most important in this case is to teach. Well, you can have a well, you can make traductions or interpretation and all those things, but well, the main idea is to form the teachers. Like it's like that. Is the main topic or the main idea to this career. But I mean, you can do many things with this career, but this is the most important thing. So
Okay. Okay.
so about it.
Do you think do you think your career is important and useful for today's society?
Yeah, it's useful because English is a universal language. So if you go to wherever place, or if you're a professional in whatever area, so you need to know English. So if you're going to apply to some work, if you know about English, if you speak English, you're gonna have advantage from the others. So in this case, if you're gonna teach, it's amazing. But if you're gonna do other thing as an engineer or whatever career or whatever profession different to English teacher, if you know about English, it will be so important because English is a global language. So every in every institution, in companies, wherever, you're gonna need English. Is so useful, not only for teach, for many things.
Okay, let me ask you something about educational system. Is there any difference between the traditional and modern educational systems in your country?
Traditional and modern. Well, I mean that in my country and around the world, education has to change and has to going to according to the needs of the environment. So, well, if I remember when I was a kid, or when I was studying, when I or even my father, my mother, when they were at the school, I mean, yeah, it is changing because well, education right now is focusing in the principal needs of the population because I mean, education is for for the society, well, for people, for and well, yeah, this is changing, and uh, I mean, this is getting better because people is tending to know about education is so important in community is the base of development. So yeah, I mean in my country this is changing, not too fast as I
Okay.
hope, but well, it's changing.
Okay. What are the pros and cons of the current educational system in your country?
The pros and cons. Well, in my country, the idea is to give education to everyone. So that's the plan, the government plan. So, well, that is good. But if we go to the quality of education, so is when we see the problems, because if you go to a classroom right now, the education is not to thinking in an individual way. So you, as a teacher, you're gonna have a group of students about 40, 40, 40 or 50. So I mean that's crazy because one teacher to trying to teaching a subject to the adolescents. So in this case, is difficult. But well, the government is trying to cover all the population. But if it is good, we are using the right model. If it is good, if the results gonna be good at the end. So I mean, it's amazing that
Okay.
everyone has education, but
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Diana. That was the oral examination of IELTS Part 3. Thank you. Okay, that's it, right? So this is how it's gonna be, okay? The questions will be like it will they will get better every time, okay? first is a simple question, then gonna be another simple question, but then the harder questions are gonna come up. So you have to be ready for that. Just as traditional and modern educational, or pros and cons. Those are good questions. Okay. So, but you did good, Diana. That was good. Let me go with you, Erika, and after that, I will get back to you, and we will discuss a little bit how you felt and how was for you, and then we're gonna get some tips and some ideas of how to do it better. But you did good. Okay, that was good. Okay, Erika, get ready.
Here I am. I'm nervous.
That's okay. Don't be. That's okay. Being nervous is it isn't a bad thing. But yeah, just relax yourself and then just wait for the question to come, and you're gonna do great. You will do great. Okay, let me just get here. Okay, let me have this one. Okay, let me talk to you about reading. Okay, so in this case, we're gonna be talking about newspaper and magazine. So which newspapers or magazine do you read the most regularly?
Okay. Regularly, I like the newspapers. The newspapers like me so much more than magazines because I am uh, to learn always, um, receiving information actually uh, in my daily routine. Mm, Magazines are great too for me because its topics are interesting, like topics like scientists, um, topics like um, um,
Okay, let me ask
excuse
you
me.
yeah, let me ask you another question. What do you think of the important qualities for a news reporter?
Okay. Um, the qualities for a news reporter are uh, this news could be clear. So this way, the people are sure that they receive a good information. Um, um, Other quality maybe uh, mm, oh,
Okay, what is the function of a report to the society?
uh, can you repeat me the question, please?
Yes, what is the function of a report to the society?
Okay. The function of the report to the society is that that population news information about all the world, not only in its region, uh, because now with tools like in and there, on the other tools, technological tools, the people can be uh, know about all topics that we can require.
Okay. What kinds of books, newspapers, magazine do Colombian adolescents read?
Okay. Uh, um, let me let me think about this. Um, the Colombian books um, that I can read. Um, for example, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Uh, his books are very interesting and still very long, but it's really interesting to note that he is a Colombian writer. Uh, the most representative books uh, of his is 100 Years of Solitude. Um, magazines, maybe I like to read Newsweek uh, to improve my reading and writing, okay? Um, I like to read scientist topics too in medical magazines to improve in my profession always.
Okay. With the popularity of internet, do you think newspapers and magazines will disappear?
Mm, uh, could be that yes, but I think not because always there are people that they want to read, um, they want to know about all topics. Um, mm, internet allow us to do this uh, through the magazines and newspapers too. Uh, uh, this do unnecessary to buy the periodical or magazine in a physical way. Is so easy to the people to have of this way through the internet.
Okay. Thank you so much, Erika. This is part three of the IELTS. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Let me
Thank you.
give you a feedback. Okay. So I will start with you, Erika. Okay, because you was the last one, so it is fresh. It's still fresh. So and then I will go with you, Diana. Okay. This was 6 minutes and 45 seconds. So remember, I let you go because I wanted to hear you and I wanted to see, to check your answers and yeah, also to give you the opportunity or the space for you to talk. Okay, that's why I let you go farther. But remember that it will be 4 minutes or five. So for the first question, you took around 1 minute, okay, to answer it. So that isn't good because remember that the idea is not to stick to just one question, but to answer it just um, I mean not the fastest as you can, but in a proper way, taking not too much, right? So that's the idea. So remember that if you don't get the question, you're able to ask again, okay? For example, I asked you about what kinds of books, newspapers, magazines do Colombian young people, adolescents, okay, read. So, but you understood that I was asking to you, what kinds of books, newspaper, magazine read? Okay, Erika, but the question was not about just reading. The question was about Colombian young people. Okay?
Okay.
The question was about the youth in Colombia, young people. What kind of books do Colombian guys or young people, adolescents, they read? Okay? So that was the question. And you understood that it was for you, right? Because that was the way you answered the question. I like to read this, but the question was about Colombian young people, right? Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's important. So please, yes, just make sure that you listen carefully and you understood the question, and that's important. Also, let me give you something. I mean, let's say that what is the function of a report to the society? That was a question. So that was a question for you, right, Erika? I asked you that. What is the function of a report to the society? Okay, so you could say something like, the function of a report for today's society is to inform people issues are happening in their country or internationally as well. So the idea is that they will inform how things are going. But today, a lot of news, they just want to be first and not true. So they say anything that people will get misinformed. So sometimes the function, it would be misinforming people just because they want to be first and they want to sell. That's it, right? Simple answer. You don't need to. I mean, the idea here. This is also for you, Diana. Make it simple. You don't have to be like a philosopher or like a scientist. Just make it simple. Try to answer the the most simple way you can answer. Okay, don't worry about like trying to think or to sound like a philosopher. Oh well, whoa, this is an important question. If we see in the worldview of the people, I mean, we don't have to do that. This is an exam. I'm not checking if you're the examiner wouldn't check if you're a philosopher or if you want to talk about worldview or if you want, yeah, right. But the idea is that you will answer the question. That's the idea. I hope so. You answer the question and you provide two examples, specific examples, and that's it. That is good. For example, okay, the function is to inform people. People wanted to be informed, so that's why news came up. So, but sometimes what is the result? It is not the outcome because news want to be first and not to be true, and then so on. Right? Simple. Okay. This is also for Diana and Erika. Try to make it simple. Okay. You don't have to be like como un filósofo or como un científico. Don't try to do that. Okay. Just be relaxed, answer in a simple way using the vocabulary you have, and that's it. That's gonna be good for you. Okay. And also, yeah, and for Diana, it will be important, Diana, that don't take too long, okay, in the answer. Some answers can be, sorry, some questions can be answered in a simple way, okay? So if there is one question that you think here, I will take it. I will make a home run. Let's say, then you can take a little longer, okay? But then, if it is just a simple question, you just answer it like in 4 sentences. Answer the question directly and then provide, let's say, 2 examples or three. That's it. Okay? You don't have to go beyond that because remember that the examiner has more questions for you. So don't worry. Okay? He has questions. So don't worry about that. He has several questions. So you will be able, sorry for that, to answer all of them. Okay? Also, yeah, I think you both did good. Just remember not taking too long answering the question, okay? Also, yeah, Erika, for you. And also for Diana, try to make it simple. Try to make it simple. Okay,
Okay.
that's okay. Okay, that's try to make it simple. If you answer and give two details, that's okay. So you can practice that way
Okay.
later. Okay. So, but you did good. I mean, you did good. You
Thank
have,
you.
yes, you have what it takes. So you just need to practice a little bit more. Okay, let me go with Diana again. Okay, Diana, we're gonna practice.
Yeah, teacher, could you send us some examples to the questions in order to practice before to go to the exam?
Of
An
course I
example.
will.
So
Yes,
that,
of
I
course
see.
I will.
yeah, because
Please.
our question are so weird. I mean, so you are like, oh my god. And the when we will take the exam, so the interrupt, well, that person then asking you gonna tell you, okay, as you, okay, Diana, okay, and next question. So all you have to keep in mind 1 minute per answer. So
Yeah,
because I don't know when to stop, so I am start to talk, to talk, to talk, to talk, but I
Oh, uh-huh.
mind all the time. So, well, it will be good if I don't know 1 minute for answer like that.
yeah, yeah. That's a good question. And also, okay, sorry. Did you finish?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, sorry. I think I lost you a little bit. But did you finish what you were saying? Okay. Do you hear me?
No.
Was joking.
Okay.
Oh, no, yes. No, yeah, I can
Okay.
hear
Okay. Do you hear me? No. And you say no. So that means that you heard me.
you. No, we can hear you, but was joking.
Yeah, it was broken. Now,
But
is it
but now
broken
it's
now?
okay. No,
Now
no.
it's okay. Okay. So yeah, Diana, I will send you a link for you to practice. Okay. Some words that will be good. I will say you some send you some words that you can learn by heart, me memory those words, memorize. I mean that is not that bad. But also I will send you something for you to practice alone. Okay, later on. And also the examiner, he will tell you the procedure. Okay, so when you'll be in part one, he will tell you, okay, this is part one. You have these minutes to go, uh and then he will tell you when to stop, right? Then second part, he will tell you again, okay, second part two, sorry, you will have 1 minute to prepare, so go ahead, you have your 1 minute, and then he will tell you, okay, your 1 minute is up. Now you have 2 minutes to talk on your own. My advice for you will be to have a clock with you. Have a clock, okay? A watch, sorry. Have a watch with you, hand watch, and I mean you can check how you're doing, okay? That will be my advice for you. But remember, you can take advantage because it is going to be with the screen, okay? Because the exam will be on by Skype, so you can have your cell phone with you there, and also trying to see, not to not to be not to put to set you in attention or to pressure you, but just for you to remind, okay, my time is running, so I need to check it, okay? But that's okay. That's a really good question. Later on, I will send it to you. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna practice. Okay. Let's practice again.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Diana, I'm going with you. Let me just open. I'm just opening here the questions. Okay. I'm just choosing one. Which one can I use? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let us talk about some occasions in your life, some moments. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you something about studies and also happiness and also some happy events. Okay, special occasions. Okay,
Brilliant.
so Okay, for your study time, tell me how would you organize your own time for study?
My time for studying. Well, Um, I'm trying to study at the night because, well, during the day I'm working at the morning and part of the evening. So then I go to the gym. So I have to take time with my son because I have a son. So I have to make homework with my kid and, well, all those things you need to do when you're a mother and working and, well. So but at the night, so at the 7 more or less that hour. So I say, okay, I have to study, and I go to the platform and I check out what are the homework, what are the things that I have to do, and, well, check out what are all the things, and okay, so that's that. I organize my time at the night.
Okay, what do you think is important in achieving happiness?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes, of course. What do you think is important in achieving happiness?
Could you give me an example? What is achievement?
Yeah, getting, obtaining happiness. How
Ah,
do you get happiness?
how to get happiness? Well, I mean, get happiness, it implies all the things that you like in your life. um, so be peaceful, have peace with your family, with your friends, and have all in your life organized as you want, and get your goals, get your goals in life. I mean, it gives you satisfaction and happiness, and have all your family, all the person that you love in your life alive and safe. This is happiness for me, so I can get happiness in that way.
Okay. How do Colombians celebrate some happy events?
Yeah,
Happy event.
yeah, here, Colombian people used to do parties for everything. So, for important events, people here, okay, could be in the houses or, well, different places, and it's with music because here is a tropical country. So, people here used to drink and dance and share time with friends, family, and the celebrations here are so different to other countries because here is dancing till the next day and all those things. So here the celebrations are a little bit hard, and, well, if you come here, you could like or you could help at least in that way.
Okay. What do you think is the most challenging thing if you were to organize a friend's birthday?
Sorry, was checking the voice. Was like,
You hear me well?
yeah,
It was broken. Okay.
yeah,
That's okay. Okay. Do you hear me better now?
yeah.
Okay. What is a challenging thing if you have to organize somebody's birthday?
Somebody's birthday. Okay. I mean the schedule, because it's difficult to take, well, count with the time with the other person. So you need to give it an exactly hour for the other persons to come to the party. So, well, have that equality point, and everyone can come at the day in the hour. So this is the difficult thing when you're gonna do whatever celebration, and even if it is a birthday party. So you need to realize the day, if it is a good day for doing that, and don't dine in trying to do it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Diana. That was part three of IELTS.
For
Okay.
me, I
Well, yeah,
can't.
yeah. Good. That was good. Okay. Awesome. I mean, you improved a lot. Your answers were complete answers, and also they weren't too long, but neither short. So they was just precise, accurate answers. So that was really good. That will get you a really high score when you perform the exam. Okay, keep doing that way. Okay,
I
that
was
was
checking.
outstanding. You was what? You
I
were
was
what? Sorry.
checking. I was checking time in my cell phone, so I was checking the when I answer, 1 minute for answer. So
Okay, that helped you, right?
yeah, yeah, I gonna do it. I gonna do it that when I take mix down.
Yeah, it was a way better. It was way better. So that was so good.
In
So
the parent leave answering, so
yeah,
that's better.
yeah, that was good. Okay, Erika, now are we going with you?
Yes.
Okay, so you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Remember, you don't know, of course, you do not know what kind of you will ask, right? The examiner knows the question, you don't know. Don't worry. Don't be thinking, oh my goodness, what is he going to ask me? Oh my gosh, I don't know what if it is a hard question and I don't know what to say? Okay, don't think that way, okay? Just be relaxed, have
Okay, thank you.
yeah, you be confident in yourself and you're gonna do great, okay? Even though,
Okay,
let's say it is a hard topic, don't worry. Just think a little bit about it and then just flow. Okay? You will do good.
okay,
Okay, let
okay,
me so here I have so I would like to ask you some questions about neighbors, okay? Neighbors and friends.
okay,
Yeah. Okay, let me just set my chronometer here and we will get started. Get started. Just wait a second. Okay. What is the difference between neighbors and friends?
okay. Neighbors are people that they live near to my home, and these people we don't see uh, ever. Um, while my friends are people that they are present in special situations of my life. For example, when we are enjoy something, when when I when I am sad for something else, um, when we are happy or sad too. Finally, the friends are the people that they are sharing many things with you.
Okay. Okay. Why do people, let's say about neighbors, why do people like to watch TV serials in their houses?
Okay, the people like a TV series in your houses because it is anyway that they are in family. Uh, to be in family is very important in the actual society because in many countries there are people living alone. Um, when the people living alone, we don't be sharing uh, things like this like this for example to watch TV, for example to play any game in the TV or PC, any cooking with the family. um, it's very necessary to do uh, things in family.
Okay. How do you think are the relationships in your neighborhood?
I think that the relationship in the neighborhoods must be good because it's depend that to stay uh, mm, to stay in care uh, with us. One neighborhood be care, the other neighborhood all we can looking for anything that be happened. Uh, for example, if any person that isn't uh, of place um, uh, could could to um, to do anything bad that affect the neighborhoods.
Okay, thank you so much. That was part three of the IELTS. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel? Tell me. How was for you, Erika?
Oh, it was very difficult to me because the questions was unusual question, but is very important to me to improve in my language skills through these encounters.
Yeah, you did good. You did good. Just
Thank you.
yeah. Remember to. I mean, let's say that you have nothing else to say. Leave it there. Okay. Don't try to keep adding things. Keep it simple and let's say short. Some in some cases. You don't need to extend too much the answer because then you will have nothing to say. You want to have more words. So that's okay if you just answer in a simple way. You just say the relationship in my neighborhood, they're good because sometimes we do some activities together and we have time to hang out. Let's say something like that.
Okay.
That's it. Leave it there. Okay. You don't need to
Okay.
extend the the answer. Okay, because then you will get dried. You will have nothing more to say, and that's not good. You will start doing like don't worry, just say what you have and leave it there. The examiner will ask you one more question. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I want, yeah, and I encourage you to practice. Okay, practice with yourself, of course, with the mirror. Also record yourself, record your voice. If you can make a video as well about yourself practicing this part three, that will be good. And then, yeah, practice. I mean, you try to speak in different topics. So use the topics that you don't talk usually. Okay, try to find those topics that normally you don't talk about. That is good. So let's say animal, let's say sports, let's say shopping. Okay, so that's important.
Okay.
I don't know if you have questions or
No.
everything is it everything clear? Okay, that's good. So my advice for you is practice. Okay, so let me just say this again. Have with you chronometer as well. Okay, that will help you. Diana can say that. That will help you a lot. So that's important, right? Also, remember, make it simple. Okay, make it simple.
Okay.
That will give you a really good score. Also, buy time. If the question is really hard, buy time. Okay, saying, "Oh, that's an Indonesian question. Let me think about this," and then some more other things you could say. Also, yeah, don't rush and complete answers. Okay, that's That's important for you guys. So remember to take also the listening quizzes because they were open. Some of them were open. So I have seen some of you haven't taken them. So please take it. Those are 10 points of the 20 that we grade you. So go to the Edmodo app and try to check if there are some quizzes still open for you to take and take it. Okay, they aren't that hard. Just watch the video or listen to the audio and then answer the question. Okay, so it isn't that hard. Take
Okay.
advantage from that because it is only, I mean, it's only a few minutes doing that. Okay, so
Okay.
you've come to the encounters that is harder than taking the listening quizzes. So go ahead and take those 10 points, right?
Okay.
Okay, so it was a pleasure to be with you. Please stay connected. Later on, I will
Yeah.
give you. I want some of you to record a video about how was this encounter for you. Okay, so but I will, yeah, I will tell you the length and also what did you learn, and I mean it will be like a 2 minutes video or something like that, right? So I want, yeah, let's say it now. If Diana, can you help me, please? Can you help me sending a video about how was for you these encounters and also what you learned from them, and yeah, how was for you in general. So it could be 2 minutes. And also if you show your face will be good. Okay, a two
Okay.
minute yeah 2 minute uh, video, 2 minute video, sorry. And that's it. I mean, that is important. And also I sent you a link some days ago so that
Thank you.
you can, yeah, to fill up a form. Okay, saying how, yeah, did you do that? Like for this encounter, it was like a Google format. I sent it before. Try to check it, scroll up, and then get it. Okay. So Diana, if you can send me the video by tomorrow or yeah or on Monday, that will be good for me, right? Yeah, to by Skype. Okay.
2 minutes talking
Yeah, 2 minutes video.
about the encounters.
These encounters, right? Okay.
Okay.
And showing your face, please. Okay, guys. Okay, it was really good to have this time with you. And yeah, I will be here on Skype if you need some help or anything that I can help you with. Okay?
Oh.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
Bye.
much.
you.
So